Hey guys, nice to see you today. Thank you for joining me for another segment of Ask the Universe, where we ask the universe some of the trickiest questions and find out what it has to tell us. So today I have seen a lot of people have messaged me the same question or similar questions, which is, what is my purpose? And I've got a lot to say about this, so get a pen and paper and I will share with you what has come through around my purpose, or your purpose. So what is it that you're here to do? So get your pens and paper and let's get ready to write down all the things that you can use to help you to work out what your purpose is. So the first thing I want you to acknowledge is a lot of your purpose is based around your choice of mother and father. So with your upbringing, with your parents, usually you'll find one parent has a certain type of characteristics, and then the other parent has their certain type of characteristics. And what actually happens is that those characteristics define exactly what you're meant to do. So looking at the things that what you liked about your parents, what you didn't like about your parents, what you've learnt from them, but most importantly, what haven't they worked out? What is the thing in their lives that they haven't sorted out in their lives? That is actually quite a big part of your purpose, is to follow on from the things that they haven't actually yet sorted out. So just to give you an example, and I'm not getting this from anywhere, I'm literally just giving you a standard example. Just say, for example, one parent is quite religious, quite strict in the way that they live, and they have specific ways of doing things, and they're very stubborn with their beliefs and know exactly how they want to live their life and actually how other people should live their lives as well. Then you'll probably find in a lot of cases, and this is what I've seen through doing this purpose work, is you then have another parent who they tend to connect somehow, who may not be as religious, maybe a little bit more lenient around life, about things, about their beliefs. They may even be more inclined to go more spiritual on the other level and not so much from the religious side. They may even be quite lax with their parenting, with the discipline and all that sort of thing. And technically, you can then see that both parents have a lot of differences. Now, it's really interesting with the work that I've done around purpose and using our parents as a way of finding out what we are meant to be doing, is in most cases I see that both parents are usually quite different. So I'd be interested to hear if you guys actually have a similar experience with your own. I do find that in most cases, I don't know if it's true, opposites attract. In most cases they do, and we're meant to learn one thing from one parent, one thing from another parent, and also there's certain things that each one was meant to work out. And you might even see that there are things that that they haven't actually worked out in their life, and that is actually the next steps for you, for your pathway. So take a bit of time to sit down and write down, the characteristics of one parent, the characteristics of another parent. What did you learn from each one? What did you not like from each one? What did you like from each one? But then also, what is it that they haven't quite sorted yet? Because that is the most important question to then answer for yourself, to help you on your pathway. Because the things that they haven't worked out are actually part of your purpose here. And you are meant to see the things that they didn't do for you to then do. The other thing is looking at your life to date. So what are the things that you have experienced in your life that is also a massive part of your purpose moving forward? And then there's also the things that you're most passionate about. So what are the things that tear you up? What are the things that make you quite emotional? Those things are also a sign that that is something that you're meant to be working with. And also the very, very basic sign that is literally when you could do something and do it all day, you wouldn't care about putting the effort in. You wouldn't worry about how much you're getting paid, even though that's something that gets sorted when you work in the business side of things. But if you could do something, if there's something that you could do all day and you would just love doing it, again, that is all part of your purpose. So I've given you a massive amount of ideas as to things that you can use that will help you on your journey. The only thing that will stop you from really stepping into your purpose is this. Technically, we just get in the way. And we also think that, oh, hi Jodie, nice to see you. I'm actually not so much on my live at the moment, but I've got a couple of things going on. So I'm also doing this on my YouTube channel. So hi to everyone on YouTube and hi everyone on Facebook. So definitely looking at all those things that are a big part of your purpose and why you're here. But then moving forward, technically we all think that our purpose is this, I don't know, this crazy thing that's way ahead of us. And it's something that is different to who we really are. In actual fact, it's who you are, what you've done, where you've been. Hi, Lily. All these sorts of things are all part of your purpose. So if you could go back and have a little bit of a listen to the lists that I've given you and all the things you need to consider, which is basically mainly the most part of your purpose. The other thing that you can do is actually go into your soul contracts, and also going into your soul timeline, what I call it, where you can look at actually what you've done before, not only in this life, but in past lives, and then start to backtrack some of the things that you haven't sorted out before in other lives, to then say, well, in this life, that's what I'm meant to do, and that is my purpose. It just makes a lot of sense. I think if you guys can really focus on the fact that your purpose is not something that's, so far ahead of you that you don't know what it is. Look at what's happened with your parents and your relationship with them, what they have shown you. Look at your own life. Look at your passions and what brings up emotion and tears for you. What you could do technically without being paid, or could do it all day. But also looking at your soul contracts and looking at what you haven't sorted from the past. If you don't get a chance to do that work, you can literally look at your current life now, and it'll have a link to anything that you haven't sorted in the past life, because anything that you haven't sorted in the past, you will pretty much be recreating in this life, just using a different vehicle. So there's a lot to go on there for you to work out. If anyone wants to have a life purpose session with me, just pop me a message and we can work that out together. It's including all of these things that I've just talked about, plus a little bit more. I do read the soul contracts and also the timeline, so that's quite easy for me to get that information, and very, very much easier for me to get that information from what is in your energy and your future around what's meant to be. So, but I've given you as much as I can for you to do this on your own. If you ever wanted to work that out yourself, do that. I'd love to hear if you've got any comments or any thoughts or anything around this, especially if you've done this work. It's really, really fun. But I think the reason why we like to know what our purpose is here is because why do we wake up in the morning? We need to kind of know why we're here. Without going too far into the future, it's just nice to know when you're waking up in the morning, are you on purpose? Are you technically doing the thing that you have come here and incarnated here to do? And it's just kind of nice to know. It's a good feeling. And again, as we know, this is a feeling universe, and energetically, you'll be operating on a higher vibration. So that's a really good reason, I think. I don't think we need to kind of question too much about why we need to know our purpose. But I do need to bring you back into the current moment and make you realize that your purpose is happening right now. This is your purpose right Now, if you've joined us late, go back to the beginning and write down the list that I've shared with you, and definitely do this exercise because it is amazing what you find out about yourself. I do also recommend that you do this time and time again, because you will find out more and deeper stuff that you didn't know existed as well, which is a really fun exercise to do as well. Getting to know yourself is the most important thing that you can do in this incarnation, and that's again one of your biggest life purposes. So just do it, spend some time doing that. Try to get rid of the concept that your purpose is somewhere way out in the future, or it's different to what you think it is. You will always know what it is. If you do this work that I've given you, you will get the answers, okay? I promise you. If you get stuck, message me and I'll give you guys a hand. Okay, great to see you today. I'll share another little bit of a tip tomorrow. And again, message me if you want to do any more of this work around talking to the universe. If you've got some questions that you want answered, either pop them below or message me, or you can catch up with me and we can have a session and we can find out more about what you're wanting to know from the universe, because there's always really cool information that we can get from it. So never always know that there's always more to know. And that's what I love. This is one of our biggest purposes, is to just enjoy all of this awesomeness. So have a great rest of the day and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Take care. Love you. Mwah.